A couple of weeks ago, I released a video in which I told you how to find profitable items to craft. That method, it's mainly what I use to find profitable items, but there's a second method. I did not show it, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know about it because if you have used Craft of Exile, you have came across this method. Um, it's going to be about affinities. Uh, to be honest, it's really not that useful. It can be, especially if you're crafting cluster jewels, but usually this is not really that important. But I'm going to make a video to talk about it in case there are some of you that don't know about this. But once again, if you have used Craft of Exile, most of you already know about this one. So you go to Craft of Exile, you go to Affinities, and here it's similar to PoE Ninja. It says what are the most popular ascendancies, skills, things like that. So for example, we select Righteous Fire. Fire Trap and Righteous Fire, it's the same build. We go Righteous Fire. Here it says what they're using for, what is the most common thing. So for example, you can see that most of them are using Gloves of Strength. They're using an amulet. They're using scepters. Let's just see that we go for the amulet. If you go for the amulet, you can see that the most popular base is going to be Turquoise Amulet and Citrine Amulet, basically dexterity with something else. And as for the most popular modifiers, as you can see right here, these three are the most popular mods that they're looking for. So it's going to be +1 fire, maximum life, +1 to level of all skill gems. And for the other modifiers, it's going to be mainly damage over time multiplier and dexterity because they lack dexterity. This is what they're looking for, usually. And then also some resistances like fire resistance, chaos resistance, cold resistance, or lightning resistance. As you can see, they have similar weightings. Then it's going to be increased fire damage, but the most important one is going to be damage over time multiplier and dexterity. Okay, so you can also open on PoE Ninja. Mainly what I'm using these affinities for, it's going to be cluster jewels. So if we go to cluster jewels here, it says that 18% of righteous fires are using a large cluster jewel with implicit of increased fire damage. Then it's going to be burning damage, which is a medium, and then there's going to be a mana reservation, which is a small. Now, it does not say that um, it's a medium, small, or large, but if you search by the implicit, you know. Um, so, for example, let's just look at mana reservation jewels. 14%, most of them are using this. You can see that the most important modifiers, it's going to be mortifying aspect. And if you don't have mortifying aspect, the second best notable is going to be pure Guile. And the other modifiers is going to be some elemental resistances, chaos resistance, and increased effect. Now let's open on PoE Ninja, right? When you go to PoE Ninja, it only selects Righteous Fire. Doesn't select anything else, but if you go here and you go to the passives, this is how you search cluster jewels. You select, you click this button and you select cluster. And here you can see there's going to be some prismatic heart, burning bright, widespread, flow of life. And here you can see that mortifying aspect is the 9. It has 9% usage. At this point, similar to the previous video, you're going to sort by DPS because these are usually the people that have currency to invest into their build. And you just open a bunch of these tabs and look at this small cluster jewel. What are they using? So basically, it's going to be mortifying aspect. This one has chaos resistance, dexterity, and increased effect. Now, when you go to these affinities, it has set up a trade search, but this trade search, I don't like it. It's super complicated. It has too many of these. I just simply don't like it. So basically, what I do, I usually search them manually. So it's going to be, let's put a count. I mean, let's just clear because it's just too much. first of all, let's clarify how many passives are we looking at. This is going to be three passives. This is going to be three passives. So you can see that these are three passives, and most of them have increased effect with either mortifying aspect of pure will. Um, so you can see that a jewel like this with pure will goes for about 1 divine, and with mortifying aspect goes for about 4 divines. Um, and this one right here, this is item level 84 base. Probably the realistic price is going to be 3 divines for a jewel like this. If you have mortifying aspect, and so 4 divines, depends a lot of what the other implicits have. Let's just search any to see if the usual price. So it's about 1, 2 divines, 3 divines, things like that. This is basically how you search. This is how you use affinities. Um, yeah, I'm sure most of you already knew about this one.